YouTube, Zayers13 here. I got a deck profile on my friend Myo. And today's deck profile is brought to you by Manchu Wok. Feed your need for Chinese food at Manchu Wok. This is Myo. I'll put an annotation up to his page there. And this is his deck profile.
Not Jirax.
Not Jirax.
Okay, so
Tier 1?
it's a
not tier 1.
It's not tier 1. So this is just a wind-up deck that I'm working on until Photon Shockwave comes out.
Okay.
You have 3 Magicians.
Yeah.
It's just the main card of the deck. It gets you your combos. I'll
Like
go
magic.
over the combos.
What does it do?
Well, thanks. Whenever I use the effect of a wind-up monster, well, once while this card's face up on the field, I get to special summon another wind-up from my deck. So I can use him in combo with wind-up soldier.
Beauty.
He's pretty much just a beat stick. When you use his effect, he goes up to 2200 by pumping him up by 400.
Yeah, sure. And then you use that overwind card and it's game over.
Yeah, pretty much. So I could just go Magician, and then if I have a soldier on the field, I use Soldier's effect.
Yeah.
Use Magician's effect to get a dog or another soldier, and then use that soldier's effect. And then I have 2 level 5s on the field
Yeah.
because of his effect, and then I'll go into Adris or Tiris. And that pretty much screws a lot of decks over because I can just destroy their face-up cards. The next card is 3 wind-up jugglers. This is pretty much just a smashing ground for the deck because if it battles any monster, I can destroy that monster after damage calculation. So the only thing it really gets stopped by is Catastor because it doesn't go into battle damage calculation.
Right.
So I'll just summon this and then crash into a Trishula and then destroy it, or just set it if I'm not scared of what they have. Next is just 1 dog. You don't use more than 1 because it's not that great of a card.
Which is why I've got it in my deck.
It's not that great, but the only reason you would use it is because you need more level 5s, and when you use this effect, it gets pumped by 2 levels.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So it just
So 1 does it.
Yeah, 1 does it. Next is 1 wind-up snail. It's actually a pretty good card. It lets you bounce 1 face-down card your opponent controls once while it's face up.
I think you should run one of those.
Yeah, it's a really good deck, really good card. It can stop a lot of different plays. It's pretty much a compulsory. So
Which you used on me twice today.
yeah.
Bastard.
Next is 3 strikers. I use this over Gen X Ally Birdman because it's a better tuner for this kind of build. You just special summon it like you would special summon a Cyber Dragon, and then you can get out any other monster like a snail or another striker, and you can go to Gachi Gachi.
Okay.
Or you can just synchro into either a Black Rose using one of the level 5s like Dog or Soldier, or you can just go into Brionac with one of the level 4s. Next,
Brionac's a bitch.
next is 2 Kaikus. I main deck 2
So
Kaikus.
good in this format, dude.
It just rapes a lot of decks this format. Like Agents gets rid of everything they had. They can't really Chris you if they don't have enough fairies. They can't BLS because you can't remove anything from the graveyard. So, and it's an 1800 beat stick, so it's pretty good. Next is 1 Summoner Monk. Just 1's enough because you have enough spell cards in the deck to support its effect. And you can pretty much get any monster, just in case you have this and no wind-up monster, you can use his effect to special summon a wind-up, and then, like Soldier, use Soldier's effect and then activate Factory if you don't have any other wind-ups.
Okay.
Next is 1 Sangan. It searches out about half of the monsters in the deck, so it's just a staple.
You don't have a mole.
Yeah, and who had to supply you with that one?
You did. Next
Okay, it's
is
just a comment.
next is 3 factories. You need 3 factories. It's a Black Whirlwind of the deck. Whenever you use once per turn when you use a wind-up effect, you get to search for another wind-up. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so if you have 2 of these and you have a soldier, you use Soldier's effect and then you search twice. I ended up doing that almost all of my games today.
Black Whirlwind's a good card.
Next is next is Triple Duality. You want to search your key cards for the combos or monsters you need.
Crap.
Get your factory.
Why? Because it's not secret.
Yeah, because you got the frickin' super rare one.
Stickers on them.
You want this to search for a factory most of the time, so you almost always want to search for a factory. It helps keep up the consistency. Next is 1 MST. Mainly because of space issues, I only main deck 1. I side deck the other 2.
It's okay, you got a heavy storm, right?
You don't
Yeah.
really need multiple.
Dark Hole,
No, one's good.
Heavy, and Reborn. Those are just staples in almost every deck these days.
You showed the dark hole. Uh-oh.
Next is one Book of Moon.
Yeah, which is also pretty much a staple.
Yeah, and it helps this deck a lot because you need to flip back your monsters face down. One Rhoda, just so you can search out your soldiers. That's your main target for searching out. And after Photon Shockwave, you'll search out for Knight, which is pretty much full Helm Knight.
Right.
Next is one Avarice. You dump a lot of cards in the graveyard by Xyz summoning and by using Juggler's effect and stuff like that, so you want to recycle as much cards as you can. Next is triple Overwind.
Nice.
It is the most
Limiter
deadliest
removal.
card I've seen. It's pretty much a limiter for one of your windups, and you can only use one per turn. What it does is that it doubles your windup monster's attack, and you can use it during damage step, and then at the end phase, that monster goes back to your hand.
Double defense too.
Yeah, double attack and defense. So evil. So, 4,000 defense snail.
Yeah.
And they can't honest that.
Well, time for Obelisk.
Yeah. So it's a really good card. Next is one compulsory and one bottomless. I chose to just use one of each because I side decked the other one of each. And compulsory screws a lot of decks over, and bottomless can do the same if they're not setting.
I'm witness to that today. Gotcha.
Get rid of that shit.
One Dust Shoot. It's a staple
Good
pretty
tech,
much these
good
days.
tech.
Because everyone's going to hold on to their hand, so you want to get rid of their hand and know what they have.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mirror Force, Solomon, Torrential.
There's your
Staples.
staples. No warnings.
No warnings. Just wait for tins. It's
That's
coming out
right.
of tins.
It's coming out. Being reprinted.
So this is my extra deck. This is Baby Dragon, which is pretty much the cheerleader. It's an OCG, so I can't use
out
it.
yet.
And you can't even use it in this deck. I have no level 1s. It's just a mascot. It's your mascot. You just have it in the deck.
So cute.
Okay, now the actual
I'm
extra
gonna
deck.
light that thing on fire. You know?
What the hell? Double Zenmeister. Lots of people don't like it. It's a good card because it's a 2,500 when it comes out because it gets 300 for each Xyz material. And you can detach an Xyz material to flip something you have down until the end phase.
And it says wind up.
Yeah, so I use Soldier Spect, attack, and then during my main phase 2 I can just flip it back down and it comes back face up as an 1800 beat tick, and I can use Soldier's Effect next turn too.
Ultimate Ultra? Ah, come on.
Ulti, man. Ulti looks good. One Adreus.
Yeah.
It's just a rank 5. You don't go into rank 5s often, but it's a really good card.
It's a bit of a beat stick too, so.
And one Utopia, just in case you don't want to go into Zenmeister, you go into Utopia instead so you can negate attacks. Next is one Leviathan. I only have one level 3, which is... Wait, is Sengan a level 3?
Yeah.
Okay, I have 2 level 3s, but Sengan doesn't get effect, so it doesn't matter. I just use it just in case I can reborn my opponent's monster, and because I don't have enough
Well,
cards in my
that's all
extra
you
deck.
need to do is reborn one of theirs.
Yeah. Next is the Synchros, one Mistworm. It's just pretty much a staple if you don't use Trishula.
What if you use both?
I'd rather just use this instead because I can go for OTK easier with him and not have to worry about what they have.
Your deck knows what it is.
Yeah. Next is level 8s, Stardust and Thought Ruler. Thought Ruler just helps you get over decks that are trying to beat you easily with damage.
Is it an Ultra Thought Ruler?
No. Wait, oh, yeah, Ultra, sorry. I thought you said Ulti.
Ultimate's in there. Ultimate's Ultra Super.
I have Ultimate.
Next is one Scrap Archfiend because I'm poor, so I don't have Black Rose.
What?
Don't ask.
I'll have to remedy that, Maya.
One
Everybody-
Gaia Knight. It's a good level 6 that can beat over Stardust.
It's even common.
And it's common too, yeah.
It's not even the super. One Brio. Happy, a good card.
There we
good
go.
cards are good.
Now we're talking.
Shut up.
The new one too. It looks
Yeah, it is. It's darker. Yeah.
so much better than the old one.
Cataster. Cataster rapes shit.
He's an ass. That's why.
And the last card, Chimera Tech.
Right, for all those machines you run.
Watch out
Oh
for
yeah,
the-
totally.
Watch out for
Totally.
those gadgets. They're coming at you.
Gadgets. Okay, so the side deck, double Barbaros because I side decked skill drains. Double DD Crow until I can get Psycho Readers.
And yes, kids, those are common too.
Shut up! One Sidra, it just beats over a lot of cards.
So common.
Double MST because I don't main deck them.
Also common.
Double skill drain is just anti-meta. Is there even another
I
rarity?
have rare skill drain.
I have rare skill drains.
Double light imprisoning mirror.
I have rare ones of those. Oh, sorry.
One secret starlight road.
There we go.
Too bad the card sucks. So. One
wait, no,
common
no,
bottomless.
Storm out.
One common bottomless.
Yeah.
One common compulsory.
It's going common.
One common mind crush.
Yeah,
Because I don't have a second one.
Good card.
The $40 super rare.
This is your mascot. You
That's
love
it
this
right
card.
Okay.
I love this
Right.
card actually.
Get out of here.
The dragonfly has invaded. Alright,
So that was my wind-up deck. If you want to see why that Reciprocal Dragonfly is there, you can check out my channel because it rapes with his junk deck. If you want to know why, you'll just see and you'll be like very scared.
If you want
Alright.
to see everything that's wrong with this game, go see the deck.
alright, Mile, his name is DaemonArusei. I'll look him up. I'll put an annotation up there for you. And what's your YouTube name?
Zesty Indigo.
Zesty Indigo.
That's like the
May or may not be from a random name generator.
Get out of here.
It's not.
Okay.
It's the one that laugh.
Might as well have been.
Might as well, yeah.
And of course, also with us, Ryan, Rad Ryan 5Ds, and my ugly ass. Alright, yeah, YouTube will see you later. Sarah's 13 swinging for game.